Hey, hey, hey!
Hey!
Woo!
Another episode of James and Jess's Half Hour. Yeah, boy!
And we're here to talk about self-care.
Yeah. Ooh, get it? The robe and like the towel,
You
James.
really
Do you get it?
dressed for this part,
I
didn't
know.
you?
I really did. I took care of myself and dressed comfortably.
Comfortably. Oh, wow.
Jess has had a bit of a wine.
So,
Anyway, yes,
so you've
self-care.
had a wine.
I've had a wine. You know
For
why?
self-care?
For self-care. You know, it's not like I'm going to get sloshed every day. And I thought, one wine. You know, what's wrong with a wine? But I feel really chill now.
Feel some zen?
I feel some zen.
So let's talk about self-care.
Yeah, especially in this day and age, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very important whether we're going through a virus or not.
Yeah. Do people take care of themselves, do you think, Jess?
I don't think so. Like, we live in such a time where it's just work, and I have to pay for this bill and take my kid over here, and I need to go for, well, personally, I need to do singing lessons, I need to do, you're on your schedule constantly, that you just need to just relax come the weekend or whenever you can, just for your own mental health. It's very important. And I don't think people, do much these days and take care of themselves. What do you think, Jess? Jess. One wine, guys. I promise. One wine. James?
Oh, yeah. My name's James, isn't it, Jess? Yeah. So, yeah, I totally think that you're right. People do not take care of themselves.
I don't think so.
It's like, how about you realize that you can't help other people unless you help yourself.
Yeah, you're the driving force, and it stems from within.
Yeah.
If that gets off course, how are you going to help anyone?
You looking after yourself is how you look after other people. I
agree. Very deep, James. Very deep.
So how do we look after ourselves, Jess?
Well, me, personally, I'm normally all systems go constantly. I've always been that chick. I can't actually wait until retirement because I think I will actually stop and just plant flowers in the garden or something and just be cool. But currently I'm always like on a schedule to get to work on time because I work in the city. Well, not now because I'm working from home. But even like I've noticed working from home, I'm very like on edge. Until, recently I stopped my singing, which was like my little outlet from work. So now I'm starting that again. So I'm looking forward to that. And then just doing basic things. Like I was just cleaning my wardrobe, getting rid of old clothes. I have a coloring book. I color. And I just take the time. Yeah, I do. And it's just something, it doesn't need to be some expensive coloring book. Just something from Kmart. Just to like pass the time and just read. And just chill and relax. You don't have to, have a schedule of stuff that you need to fill in and do each day. Just calm down. Calm your farm.
Calm your farm.
Yeah, just calm your farm. What about you, James? What do you do to calm your farm?
So lately I've just been doing yoga on FitOn.
The app FitOn. From that guy from Survivor, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vetus.
I've got no idea.
Yeah, Vetus.
And you really like him, isn't it? His little short workouts for like 20 minutes. Oh, there we go. It's going.
Yeah, your towel is covering your face.
I know. Probably a good thing.
Yeah.
My face looks shocking today.
I just like how...
Enough of that. Oh, the luscious hair's coming out. Oi.
You know when you just have a connection with someone and you don't know how?
Oh, yeah. It's just that thing. Even if I've heard his voice is very like, he's like a female Nigella Lawson. He's just very calming. He just gets you in the mood to just stretch and do yoga and all of that. So. And
he's always just like, don't like pushing yourself doesn't mean it's better.
Yeah.
Like, just go at your own pace. Like, you're here not, to do your best today, whatever that is today.
Yeah. It's a gradual process.
Yeah. Don't just keep pushing for the sake of pushing.
Yeah.
And that's how you can injure yourself. That's how you can do damage to yourself. And that's what I like. I've liked the journey of Fit On because it's like, what am I going to do today? And each day, you know, you can feel yourself getting a bit stronger, a bit better. But it's like, at the same time, it's like you're going to have those off days.
Yeah, it's only natural.
Where you can't do as much.
You can't be at your optimum prime. Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, being there on the thing and just having someone be like, you know, do your best today is important. It's like your best isn't going to be the best every day. And I think that's what, like, happens in the workplace as well. It's like you can be doing work and stuff. And I think that's about self-care. It's like, you can do your best. Some days it's not going to be your absolute best.
Yeah, don't be in a position where you have to force it. It's like stepping stones. Just calm down. You'll eventually get there.
Yeah.
And
all we can do is our best. We're not going to be perfect.
No.
We're not perfect humans.
Yeah.
No one's perfect.
Can never be. Yeah.
And I feel like what I do for self-care now is try and just be present in the moment and connect to what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And I feel so often is if you're feeling sad, we try and shut it off.
And what's interesting is that reflects to other people that are looking for, you know, something to keep them going. And when you're sad and down and out, that can sometimes contaminate someone else's, you know,
and I think
zen zone in a way.
I think the biggest thing, though, is that when you are sad, it's okay.
It's okay to be sad.
It is. And I feel like we're in a culture that says, no.
Yeah.
It's not okay to be sad. You should go see someone because it's not okay to be sad.
But we're human beings.
Absolutely. And there's moments where we're going to feel a bit of sadness.
Yeah, and reach out if you can.
Yeah.
To whoever you can.
At the same time.
And it's okay to reach out. Like, it may be scary at first, but I think, you know, we're all in our heads most of the time, and it's okay to just
One thing I
speak
think
out.
that I found good for me, which might not be good for other people, but what I found helpful for me in my self-care is writing it out.
You've said that before. Yeah.
You write it out, and it's almost karmic. You've got it on a piece of paper, and you can read it, and you can also, as you read it, gain a little bit of perspective of, this is what I've been feeling. This is what I've been expressing.
Yeah.
And then there's also a bit about what I try and do when I'm sad is I try and write it out, and then I try and look at it, and then I try and say, what have I learned out of this, like, sadness being present right now?
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you can articulate your sadness, you can also be able to write about what exactly it is.
What's the trigger point?
Yeah, what's the trigger point and how you can use that trigger point to be your launch pad of
the next day.
The next day. It's just like what you're feeling now is only just temporary.
Yeah, nothing's permanent.
Yeah. And I think, like, in my self-care journey is realizing that there's going to be those days that you do feel sad, and that's okay. And there's going to be those days that you do feel joy.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I think the biggest thing about it is that in a society, I think, that says that if you are having those sad days,
there's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you, where it's just like, actually,
there's something wrong with you because you're approaching me with that attitude.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think, like, the biggest thing is that
a lot of people can't handle the conversation, so they come out with lines like that, is what I've experienced in my past.
I think that, like, it's okay to be sad, and when someone tells you that it's not okay to be sad, it's like they've got this expectation to you to be something that you're currently not feeling.
Yeah.
And I would say, though, that if sadness is something that you're feeling for a long, long period of time,
then seek help.
Seek help.
Which is understandable.
Because, you know,
and that's okay
a range
as well.
of emotions. That's okay as well.
Yeah, just blowing off some steam with, like, a third party that doesn't know you sometimes will work wonders than doing your own thing or letting the people around you in. So that's completely fine too.
So what I do for self-care is yoga,
Mm.
meditation, sleep. Getting the right amount of sleep
Is vital.
is self-love.
Yeah.
Switching off your phone
Mm.
is self-love. It's been like, actually, you know what's important to me tonight? Getting 8 hours of uninterrupted
Solid
sleep. Yeah, solid sleep.
instead of
So-
just waking up,
So,
going to
you
the
know,
toilet
like
or
turning off
something.
your phone like 2 hours before you're going to go to bed.
Yeah.
Because you know that blue light and also the triggering of all that kind of stuff is like interfering
You
with
can't
that
get
sleep
that
pattern.
REM sleep. Yeah.
So it's just been like, actually, I need to switch off from that. I need to switch off from technology, and I actually need to focus on the internal. And my internal is just like, I want a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is vital. You need 8 good hours.
I agree. I feel like with me, like even drinking water, I've kickstarted that again.
Yeah.
I used to drink water all the time. And as time went by, I was just like, no, I need a coffee, blah, 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 when I'm in the office. But I found, like, especially working from home, drinking water is more, I mean, in general, drinking water is amazing. So I always try and aim for 2 liters a day. I got 1.5 today, which I'm actually still proud of. Don't have to hit the 2 liter mark. Just get some form of water in you.
I think like the biggest thing is that just being present. It's like you were present in that moment. You said, "Oh, today is my priority.
Yeah,
Is getting some water into my system."
definitely.
And you got 1.5 liters. It's like, yes, you were aiming for 2. You
Yeah.
didn't reach that. Don't need to be sad about it. Your intention was just more water,
Exactly.
and you hit it.
Yeah. And you feel good. As
Yeah.
well, like another thing that I do my little trips around wherever I can, really. I go to all kinds of parks and I go to all kinds of, and I don't need to spend money. I think that's, you know, I like to get that out there because a lot of backlash that I've received from people on Instagram and all of that was just like, oh, all you do is spend money and go here, there, and everywhere. But that's not the case. Like a lot of places like parks, you just need to get on the internet and just research free locations around Melbourne or wherever you're staying around the world and listening to this podcast and just live in the moment and surround yourself in that different energy and that environment and draw from it. And just, yeah, I think that's really important. And I love my little trips that I go for and go to. It's therapeutic for me. I can give you that much.
Yeah.
And I always go back. I always try different things. I always go back to that, though. Whether it's traveling around the world and experiencing or just experiencing just down the road and like a bush ranger's walk or something of the sort. Yeah. I really do like that.
Yeah. I like, obviously, you know, to travel, but obviously with Corona,
It's very hard now, especially in lockdown, which is happening tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, definitely in terms of self-care, it's just taking that time for yourself.
And go to different environments. Like, don't stay in a room for hours on end. Like, especially if you're working from home, I found with me, because I'm permanently at my desk, to get up and stretch. And when I can during lunch, just go outside. And if it's good weather, just go outside and get some fresh air in the backyard.
Go make that tea.
Yeah, go make a tea. Do something for you. Keep that mind going. Because it's very easy to actually just sit in one place and then feel down. And it's only natural because you're in one place. To actually experience your surroundings, talk to people. If you're living with, you know, family or friends or anything of the sort, given your situation, make the effort to contribute. I think is the main point I can make. And what has helped me, especially during isolation, contribute to the human race. You'll find many things, many doors opening by you just contributing, is what I've found. And if you're in a position where people around you are not listening, it's probably a red flag and an indicator that you're around the wrong people, and to identify it and do whatever you can to meet the right people. And you can do it. And there's plenty of rejection out there. We understand. I've, you know, friends, relationships, all of it. But just keep going. Just keep tracking, I think is the main point. Because you will find your happy place. It's just a matter of time and you will reach it. What do you think, James?
I think that self-care is the realization that everything is within you.
Mm-hmm.
And to realize when you're doing
And the answer's
things.
there.
I feel like also to realize when you are rejecting someone else, you are rejecting yourself.
Because that person has come to you with a purpose and a reason and a lesson.
Yeah.
In a
and
way.
to realize what that reason and that lesson is.
Yeah.
Even if that lesson was to say, actually, you're being a negative influence on myself, is to realize that you basically, saying that they're a negative influence is self-care.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to have your cup full in order to fill up other people's cups.
Definitely.
And if your cup isn't full, you can't fill up other people's cup, and you can't help people. And I think
and that's the name of the game. We have to help ourselves, but help others along the way too.
Because
have that consideration. Yeah.
Because I think the whole point of any self-care is the realization that I've learnt this lesson and I want to share my knowledge with you. And it's the expectation that you don't have to follow my rules because
it's my experience.
It's my experience. It's personal to me, but that's what's helped me. And you might find it helpful.
Yeah.
It's just giving
and it goes
advice.
on and on and on. Yeah. Definitely. But
And
at least you're sharing that. A lot of
Yes.
people find it hard to share, and I think do what you can to be an environment where you can share. Because your opinion is valued.
I think that's the biggest thing is that everyone's story, everyone's experience is
matters.
valid.
Yeah.
And just being more able to share it so that people can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And see what your
and
experience
improve their
is.
own experience. Yeah.
And for me, my self-care is about being present in the moment. Getting in touch with
Can't
my
control the
feelings.
past, can't control the future. You can control now with the best of your abilities, and then just let it go. If things don't go the way that you want them to, just keep going.
When someone invites you to something, I feel often deep inside that that person is, reaching out to you. And often I find that the times that you want to say no, but you say yes are fulfilling. And you learnt something in that experience and in that moment.
Yeah.
And, I think that too often our society, we try and logically think about things.
Yeah. Too much sometimes.
Instead of actually feeling it and actually being like, actually, this person's reached out to me. Actually, yeah. I feel like, even though in my head I'm like, I'm actually really tired.
I've done X, Y, and Z.
And you're logically thinking about it in your head. It's like, I had a busy day. I can't actually, make the time for you. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, gonna have to cancel. I feel like often that is a logical thing where if you actually get in touch with your feelings, you'll realize that actually, why not?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I feel happens a lot to me is that I'll often be alone in that space, alone working on myself, improving on myself. I'll be writing, I'll be doing something, and then all of a sudden someone will come in and I'll be like,
it's like an interruption.
And it's an invitation.
Yeah.
And I always feel that when that happens, I always feel, someone's giving me an invitation. And I'm like, how do I feel about this invitation?
Yeah. What do you honestly feel?
And instead of being like, this is disturbing me, no, blah, 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 blah. How do you feel about this invitation?
Yeah.
If you feel good about it, take it.
Great. If you don't that's okay. Just explain to that person.
Yeah. But often I feel like when an invitation comes into you, it's fine.
Yeah. It's like a little nudge from the universe in a way. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Just give it a go. Yeah. I totally agree.
I remember being sick with the flu and then my roommate knocking on my door and then offering to take me to the pharmacy. And I was just like, this is definitely someone who is worried about me.
And you would like to have a round in the future. Yeah.
Yeah. And
they're
I
not
was
just there
like,
to pass the time.
actually, yeah, I probably haven't had water. He's like, when's the last time you've had water? I was like, yeah, I probably haven't had water in 3 days.
There you go.
And I was feeling pretty shit. It's like, you should get up and I'll take you to the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I was like, this is like the
blown my mind.
You know, you feel those moments as well. And I feel like when you're sick, you're in your feelings. Because you feel
all the time.
sick.
Yeah.
And you just want to feel better.
Yeah.
And I think that like that's one of the things that is self-care, is also realizing when you are run down. And when
you can lean on people.
Yeah, and also...
And it's okay.
And also to change what you're doing. Something what you've been doing has run you down, whether it be stress, whether it be, you know, eating something that's, you know, triggered something inside of you. It's like, you know your body.
Yeah.
You know it better than anyone else. And the biggest thing is like, you know what works for you and you know what doesn't work for you.
You know what the answer is. Exactly. Because I know with me...
Don't get caught in your head.
Yeah.
Just get caught in what feels good and what doesn't feel good. If you do something and it's not feeling good,
don't do it.
Don't do it. And if something does
stand
feel
your
good,
ground. Yeah.
You know that it feels good and to accept that it feels good.
Yeah. Like with me, like I didn't get much sleep and I was complaining about this all day, but then that's something within my control. Yeah. So tonight I'm going to make sure that I get a solid 8 hours sleep as well. And I've done my bit drinking water, and to just prepare for tomorrow as well. Like setting little goals for the next day is all right. It doesn't need to be a full-on schedule of where you have to tick off the list.
I also think allowing time.
Yeah, just allowing time. Allow the flow to happen. Because I feel like, especially with me with work, I haven't been doing that. But recently, with isolation, I have.
We need a routine, but we also, I think, need that.
The flow.
Yeah, that allowing that time to just do
things to come in and just be like, oh, okay, this can happen. Oh, all right. This is not according to my schedule. It's like going overseas and having a list of locations to go to and then being like, oh, maybe I can do this another day, or actually I don't want to do that.
And then someone comes through in the hostel and is like, actually, I'm doing this today.
Exactly. And you're just like, oh, cool. I didn't think of that. Let's go. Let's do it. It doesn't have to be a strict schedule. It's just going with the flow, but having boundaries as well. Just to make sure you're doing what you would like to do as well.
You can't.
Can't please another person.
Yeah, it's a balancing.
Moderation. Yeah.
You got to do what suits you, and you got to do also what. Oh, yeah, that's something that I wouldn't do, but it's a possibility.
Definitely. Be like, that's a good idea, or maybe I'll do it another day. It doesn't need to be today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just putting your foot down and doing what's best for you, I think is key.
Face masks.
I love face masks.
Hand cream.
I love hand cream. And I love the clay, like face masks. I've never been one of those people, and I think it's easier to actually have the proper material face mask, but I've always liked the clay because I feel like it really gets deep within my pores and I get to throw it away afterwards and I feel refreshed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with me washing my hair and taking care of my hair, I've not once like had... I don't know, where I don't wash my hair properly for like a week or anything of the sort. I just feel good afterwards by having a good, like if I stand in the shower and just like massage my head, I feel like that really helps. Look at that, bit too much. Yeah.
Just nice, soft.
Yeah, and I just take my time with it. And then I get out the shower, let it dry, you know, do what I need to do, straighten it if I need, and then just put a bit of like oil and then just massage it in. That's therapeutic. Drinking a cup of tea. Watching your favorite Netflix. You don't have to sit there for like hours on end. You can watch a movie. Just enjoy yourself. Yeah, reading a book. Good company as well.
I think with all those things, the essence of the actual process of self-care is being present in the moment.
Yeah, and moderation.
Being present in like when you're putting something on your face when it's a face mask or a clay face mask.
Don't be like, oh, I have to get this done.
Yeah,
it's kind of just like, just calm down, just enjoy it. Not many people can afford a face mask in the world. I can, and my face is going to look brilliant afterwards. Yeah.
And then also, like, when you're washing your hair, is being, like, present in that moment and feeling it. It's like, you can wash your hair and you can be like, oh, shit, I've got to be, like, here at this time.
Yeah.
But you've actually not actually taken that self-care.
Savored the moment. Yeah.
Is savoring the moment. And also, I feel like when you eat food,
Yes, it's
we
very
are
easy.
in a society that is fast food. It's like, here it is right now, instant for you. And then
Grab your food from the kitchen, go to your desk or go to your
yeah.
room.
And you're not actually present and you're not actually thinking about it. You're just like...
And then you feel, like, for me, I'm just like, why do I feel sick? It's because I scoffed it down. Instead of just sitting there, enjoying the moment and the company around you. And chewing it, yes. And don't get choked afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, savouring the moment.
It's just savouring the moment.
That, for me, is self-care.
Those little stepping stones.
And to know that, like, you know, there is going to be those sad moments.
Yeah.
And to savour it.
And to just keep trugging along. Just keep pushing. Just keep taking those baby steps. You don't have to get there immediately in one day.
And to realise that it's okay, though.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. It's like, don't be like,
calm down.
I've got to get to the thing. It's like, savour this moment. You can be, you know.
Because you think about the journey. When you reach the destination, you're just like, God damn, like it took me that long and I've been thinking about all this crap, but eventually I actually got to where I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just enjoy it, because you look back on the journey and you're just like, I put a lot of effort and just took my time with it and got there when it was, the right time for me. And you can't get there for it, for anyone else or anything of the sort. You have to do it in your time, at your own pace, at your own speed.
Everyone's on their own time.
Journey, yeah.
And what is someone's time might not be your time. And
open communication is key as well. Just explaining it to people.
But also realizing that everyone's time is unpredictable. And
you don't know what's going to happen the next day.
And all you can do is realize that all we have is now. So don't
be present in the moment. You can't control the past, future, even now, but you can do your best for right now.
So I think, like, when I think about that concept, I think about being present in the moment. Is if I'm with someone, I'm not going to be looking at my phone.
Yeah. Turn the phone off. Put it in your bag. Do whatever you need to do. It's a distraction.
At the end of the day, if you don't want to be around these people and you prefer to be texting this person somewhere else, obviously,
what kind of a relationship is this?
Yeah. And also, it's just like, you're not in the present moment.
Yeah.
You're in the present moment on a screen.
You are. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, and you're watching this. Oh, no.
It's true.
Get out there and take care of yourself. Self-care is everything.
Yeah. Be happy. Do what you need to do to get past, get through the day.
And realize that your cup has to be overflowing in order to fill up other people's cups.
Yeah. And you come first.
Yeah. If you aren't overflowing, then you can't
help
give
others.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's definitely key. You come first.
Okay.
Well, like, subscribe, comment. See you later.
See ya.
Thanks. Bye.